better leave it to the professionals.
Blessed by Gandhi, blah, blah, blah.
Started off with a bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Surfing on the web and I'm shooting at 3. I've been goated when I got my G. I'm an alien boy from a different planet, yeah. So I got my drink, I'm riding in the 1920s Model T Ford. Call her Era Lord. Call me Levi, playing on the keys, boy. And I'm about to put my gloves on. If I said it, then I meant that. Yeah, I like that one, I'm about to get that. Crash that whip for the drumsticks, whiplash. I'm about to get them all. Are you with that? In a white boat, surrounded by blue. I want one, but I got a cop too. I wanna fly high in the sky, arms out wide, trying to soar from a bird's eye view. I'm on fire, Ricky, Bobby, cracking the pavement, Whitney, Bobby. I'm a Saki bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Bruce Wayne been a dog, and I keep it 101, cause I'm feeling kinda spotty. You sipping on some rock, and I'm sipping on octane. The only thing around my neck is the
Started off with a
blockchain.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
NFT, Twitter, blockchain. Seeing with the ghosts and we ballin' like LeBron James. Crypto. We can make a trade, get the memo. Refuse not falling for the FOMO. Listening to Coffee with Captain. You know we worldwide, they loco. I ain't never gonna stop rapping. Orlando, yeah, we working magic. We rocking Ethereum NFTs. I just went and caught me a half base. Man, I gotta shout out
Started
the
off with a
party.
bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Breaking the mood to choose one, but they got knowledge to move, son. I'm shocking in shades with my brother in suits. Yeah, them blues is coming. Even though it's hard to pick, eeny, miny, mo, soda on the mix, no biting lips, it's time to go. Index number 1, no thumbs up, you gotta scroll. Looking at the ghost in studio, it's time to go. I had a helmet on by myself until I met a mask that wanted to have a face off. So I had to bring my chainsaw, full tank of gas in the ride with my brakes off. I'm A1, but a different kind of steak sauce.
Welcome to Coffee with Captain, powered by ApeCoin, where we dive into all things crypto, NFTs, Web3, and cutting-edge technology. Remember, nothing here is financial advice. Early-stage tech can be exceptionally volatile and risky. So grab your coffee and join Cap and Steve for today's conversation.
Welcome to the future.
Welcome to Coffee with Captain GM. Thanks so much for joining us. If you haven't done so, do us a favor, drop us a GM in the chat down below. Then head up top, smash that like, repost, and bookmark on today's space. We greatly appreciate it. It does warm up the algo. We need a little extra help this week as Carousel is doing carousel things, or rather doing X things. I'm going to go check right now. I'm going to show you guys so you believe me, because I haven't seen a single person that says it, or that's seen it yet. X tells me as of yesterday there was like 20,000 impressions, which is like 4x what we normally get, give or take, on Carousel. And I don't think anyone here has seen the Carousel yet. Let me know if you've seen the Carousel, not the screenshots that I sent, but the actual Carousel. Because one of the boxes I checked is it specifically should serve it up to people, not 61,000 impressions on the Carousel. And it's supposed to be serving it up to people, my friends, people who were connected, people who engaged in my post previously. And it appears that, I don't know, Proof Alpha DJ, have you seen the Carousel this week? She's calling me Steve too, huh? No worries. Oh, maybe so. Yeah, it's all no sorries needed. It's all good. I'll take it as a compliment. Steve's got better hair and speaks proper English better than myself, so I'll take all the compliments I can get. But in all seriousness, so long story short, here's what happened with the Carousel, because people have been asking. This isn't like people have been asking about my skincare routine, which no one ever asked, but the influencers will say they are. People have been asking, where's the Carousel? How do I get the reminders? Shout out to Mel, who's back. Mel's back first in the chat with the GMs. Appreciate you. It basically, the carousel, as we've known and loved it, it was a kind of like a hack. It was like an X hack. The carousel was part of the ads platform, part of like paid campaigns. And shout out to Flyride Chris, who's an absolute legend in the space. He essentially the founder of the Roadcaster Cabal chat that and even not only the group chat, but basically this setup is courtesy of. Oh shoot, let me check audio. Thanks for the heads up there. Yep, it was not perfect. We were rocking technology. We were rocking the Mac. We were rocking the Mac speaker. Proof Avenue, can we do a mic check again? Because RDL, new handle RDL, or maybe new YouTube handle RDL. I didn't recognize you at first. RDL 5477 said my audio was good, but didn't hear Proof Avenue. Can you give a quick? I think we're set now.
Check. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, RDL?
RDL, yeah. If you could give us a confirmation, probably like 15-second lag. But once you hear, yep, we're good. So we're set, and that was on me or StreamYard, both of us. But the carousel thing, the TLDR that probably no one really cares about, but except for like 7 people who look for that thing every week. Appreciate you, legends, who smash that thing as soon as it comes out. All those reminders. It was a hack. Basically, it's part of their paid ad platform. And there was a checkbox at the bottom for promoted posts that would check it by default. You could uncheck it and basically just use that format as an organic post. It was awesome. It was perfect. And it worked great for the carousel. Pretty cool interface. And it made it look like a fancy post that gave you the links to all the shows with the cute little icons and the days at the bottom. Long story short, they recently, I'll go right to it. So it says they've recently promoted only posts are still live. I'm not even getting the warning now, but basically you can't do a free post anymore. You can't even, like, it's grayed out. You can't even hit post unless it is a promoted post, which is fine. Whatever. We've talked many times. We probably should. I may be getting myself in trouble this morning. I don't care. I'm just going to let it rip. Steve's out there. Steve, if I say something I shouldn't be talking about publicly, you can send me a text or tell me to shut up. There's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of content creators. There's a lot of Spaces hosts. They bought the shit out of their stuff. It just is what it is. We've never played that game. It's just not our style. Just everything we do is organic. And if you like a post, if it catches the algo, great. But I don't care what you do on X. Personally, I don't think it is ethical to bot your post, especially if it's a sponsored or paid post, unless you're disclosing that to the sponsor. Some sponsors don't care. Some sponsors just want the eyeballs and impressions. And if you're going to boost it, they're cool with that. That's totally perfectly fine. It's like, I once heard it likened like botting a space was the equivalent of like Google pay-per-click. I vehemently disagree with that. I think they're two very different things. But again, if you have I don't know, there's probably a space on this morning that has, let me look. There's a space going right now that's got 2,500 listeners in it. And having been in those spaces before with this particular host, there's maybe, let me look. Yeah, there's maybe 250 listeners at peak, and the other 2,500 other listeners are bots. And it's whatever. That person's built a very big business on botting their spaces and getting a lot of fake listeners in there. We just don't do that. I'd rather have 20 real listeners than 2,500 fake listeners. Not hating on anyone else. I'm just sharing this is how we've built our community and how we've done things here. So with the new carousel, I can't even publish it without doing a promoted post. But I threw like $20 at it this week just so we could do it and test it. And again, 60,000 impressions. But I'm truly curious. Has anyone here seen the carousel? Give me a thumbs up if you've seen it, a thumbs down if you haven't seen it. No one on stage has seen it. I don't like, that's what's weird to me is like, is X just, is there, I don't know. This isn't like conspiracy with Cap this morning, but is X just being disingenuous? Are they of these? I'll show you. I'm going to full transparency here. And to also give you an idea, when you see someone getting 100,000 views on their X post and like 17 likes, it should you could still like their engage with them and all that stuff. Just know that that's not real engagement, especially if you're a sponsor, especially if you're a project and you're paying for this stuff. This is a great example. This 61,000 impressions, if you can see this, 61,000 impressions cost $13. So if you want to look like you have a really large X account with a really big following and you get tons of views every time you post any stupid thing, it costs you $10-20 and you can have a cook. Now, in the campaign, one of the options was you check the box, serve this up to people who follow me, they've engaged with my content previously. And yet I haven't found a single person out of the 61,000 people who have apparently seen this post that is actually someone that is here. I'm not boosting it to get random bots to look at this. I'm only boosting it so that I can use the carousel because it's convenient and so that all of you here can find it. And yet it's just not working. So I don't know what we're going to do with the carousel. Maybe we'll throw $10 at it a week just so it's out there, but seemingly it's just not working. If you look at the pinned post on my profile, you can see or I'll hover over here. You can see it's a real post. Come on. This went live on November 23rd, so Sunday. Real post, coffee with Captain Carousel for the week of November 3rd. Monad goes live Thanksgiving week in the US. Black Friday sale on our tokens. It was a Black Friday sale on our tokens. Market's now ripping, and the sale may be canceled prior to Black Friday. But again, just sharing, giving you a little glimpse behind the scenes for those that have asked, where's the carousel? It's out there. 61,000 people have seen it, but apparently it's 61,000 people who have no interest in crypto Twitter or specifically Coffee with Captain. We got some of my favorites on the stage. Some of the people who keep the room warmed up. The ones who I'm going to guess probably every single day for the last, I'll say at least year. One of, if not all four of these individuals on stage have liked, reposted, commented, and dropped the GMs in the chat. So they can nerf our carousels. They can require botting to break into the algo, but they can't stop our loyalists, our GMers. Joey, let's go Joey first, and we'll go Mel. No fighting on stage, you two. But Joey, GM, what brought you up, sir?
Me and Mel actually get along.
I know. It was a joke. It was a joke.
I know. We just can't talk about V-Friends with Mel on stage.
This is why I was not going to go there. Like I said, it was a joke, but that's exactly the thought that popped in my mind. We're not going to talk about Gary V or V-Friends this morning, because I don't want a cat fight on stage. But
fight.
Maybe this.
Just an interesting assessment of what you're talking about, which is, so I typically always see your carousel, like every week that you post it. I typically see the carousel come up and engage with it, but I did not see it this week at all, and I don't know where it is or how to find it. But so I don't know if like on normal weeks when you post it, I see it, but I don't see it this week.
And yeah, Mel, I'll hit it to you. You can, if you want to name names, you can. I'm not again, I don't care. It truly doesn't bother me. There's many.
No. I was just gonna come and talk about the carousel. So that was my hack to getting first. To anyone who's trying to compete with me. And I have had the most anxiety trying to get first and into this space before anyone else sees it without my carousel. I can't find that. I used it every day. I don't know who would see that carousel if it wasn't me.
I agree. The people who, especially if the option is serve this ad up to people who engage with your post, and no one here who engage with every post I have has seen it. I feel like, I don't know. Again, this is not conspiracies with Cap. I don't believe Twitter that they're serving up that post to 61,000 real people. I have a feeling a lot of those 61,000 are just other bots, and Twitter is in on.
They're trying to get you to spend more money by showing you how 61,000 people saw it.
Yes, I am not fooled. They're not getting me on this one. I may play the Twitter game a little bit, but I certainly wouldn't be throwing a lot of money at this stuff, because you can't tell. Like, there's just math ain't mathin'. There's not 61,000. Oh, there is. There's 85,000 people at least in crypto Twitter, because that's how many people got in this Monad presale. But if you're telling me you served this up to 61,000 people in crypto Twitter and no one here saw it, I have a hard time believing it's actually 61,000 real people. I digress. That's the story of the carousel. TBD whether we continue it or not. Maybe they make some changes. Maybe probably.
Did Mel leave already? Is she concerned we are going to talk about Gary Vee and VeeFriend?
Looks like she might have. No, she's back down there. I will say this. I don't know. I'll probably just go back to the old school way of like threading it. Although the new algo, I think threads are crushed as well. So what I did because someone said like threads are just getting extremely nerfed. So I'm like, it's like a slow drip thread. I posted the post that's pinned and I'm adding the link every day. I don't know if it's going to work. We're just going to play around with it. We're going to experiment. If anyone has any brilliant ideas, let me know. Because it is like a nice feature. It's a nice tool. Get the reminder links out there. Hitting those reminders, it really does help. It helps boost discoverability and is greatly appreciated, as are the likes, the reposts, the bookmarks, etc. All that helps. Doesn't go unnoticed. And we just got to change things up a little bit. We won't complain about it. We'll just find new ways to attack. Speaking of like finding new ways, it's kind of like I'm going to show you another tab here. This is my morning. I normally listen to Modern Market. I was multitasking. I had Modern Market in one year. In another year, I had something else. Any guesses what my prep this morning was for Coffee with Captain? Joey, any guesses what I've been watching for the last 36 minutes and 27 seconds? We got to be quick because we're like 2 minutes past.
A Latin cooking show on Telemundo's YouTube.
No, close. I did say this is cold open material. It's not. There's two things I'm thinking about this week. Latinas and
opening a Kava franchise.
No, I mean that's like down the list, but not as important. This specific week, there's one thing this week that is top of mind. Even I'm going to say it's tied with the Latinas in case anyone's listening in. Latina, singular. Sorry, excuse me.
Arribas.
The claim for Monad is open. You actually don't even have to claim it. It should just appeared in your wallet, lawyer. I'm just going to say, I don't think anyone's going to guess it. Steve would guess it. Yeah, Von Frunten gets it. This is it's rivalry week. So if you're not familiar with it, this will be even if you're not in Ohio or not in Michigan, you should understand the greatest rivalry. You should understand the greatest rivalry in sports. It truly is the greatest rivalry in sports. There's an HBO documentary called The Rivalry. It's on YouTube. You can go watch it for free. That was my 36. I didn't get the show finished, but I kind of like cut out halfway through Modern Market because this is more important than markets this week. And my over under, if anyone gets this over under correct, Steve will be honest with this. You get the bro.fun run on Monday next week. How many times will Steve watch this 58-minute documentary on the treadmill this week prior to kickoff on Saturday? We'll set the over under at 1.5. And anyone who gets it right, you get so it's either one or more.
8.
Anyone who gets, so you're on over. Anyone who gets it right gets a bro.fun run next week. Steve, let us know how many times you watch the rivalry this week. Don't force it. Don't I shouldn't have told him. We should have just done it. Should have asked him after the fact, but because now it may skew the results. Anyways, it is rivalry week. Ohio State coming in strong, going to destroy that team up north this year. I say that with full confidence. There's no jinx. You can't jinx this year. It is there's one of the Barstool guys is like, Ohio State right now is running like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt was like twice as fast as everyone else and seemed like he was barely breaking a sweat, like just jogging, like playing with his food, as Steve likes to say, and yet would be, 10 feet past the other fastest people in the world, looking like he was just jogging. That's what Ohio State. I don't think Ohio State even touched fourth gear yet. They are just dominating teams week in and week out without even showing their cards. And maybe they have to pull some stuff out this week. I don't think so. I think they definitely won't look ahead. But yeah, it should be a good football Saturday, fun football week. Thursday we get Thanksgiving football, and it's a great slate. Usually there's like at least one of the Thanksgiving games. It's like, all 3 games should be electric and good time to be a sports fan. I should do Jonah. Maybe I was kind of like, I had a shot with Kalshi. I could have done something. I respectfully declined. Partially, I just wanted to remain a free agent. I wanted to be able to talk about both Kalshi and Polymarket. I wanted to be able to dunk on both if I saw fit. And I kind of thought a third competitor might pop up and might be a better opportunity. Maybe it's Myriad. I see they're getting some attacks on the timeline because they haven't announced any details of TGE yet after taking the snapshot. Dude, and this is it. I'll just say it. You can see it. It's Gigaza, who's pretty critical sometimes, but been around forever and can share his opinions. He's a big holder, I guess, in Rug, and he's been pretty vocal that he hasn't heard anything. Well, the snapshot was taken October 7th, 3 days before the greatest liquidation event in crypto history. I don't fault, like, I have very little. I have like a Rug NFT, and I have some Myriad points. I'll get a little bit of Myriad token. It's probably not going to be I'm not expected to be as much as my Monad airdrop yesterday. So it's like, it's cool, but it's not like I guess I do have a dog in the race, but a very little one, and I'm a big dog fan. Anyways, I don't want him to airdrop right now. I don't want him to TG right now. I feel very different about tokens tied to NFT brands or even protocols than I do chains, because the chains open up an entire ecosystem of other tokens, of other activity, of other things to do. After a protocol or an NFT brand drops a token, oftentimes it's the end. Like, there's nothing else to look forward to. There's nothing else to get excited about. There's nothing else to do inside the ecosystem. There's nothing else to do with the token other than sell it or stake it. Anyways, I don't think Myriad should be TGing at this moment. And they can't really talk about it. Like, it's not, I mean, I guess they could say we're delaying it, but I was trying to think how we got on this. I guess I was talking prediction market. Yeah, Jonah, if your friends at Couch, you want to 2x their offer, I might consider. But I follow up with them. We're going to get someone. I owed someone a visit, a spot on the show a while ago. We just didn't align on days, so probably bringing them on. Maybe we'll do a prediction. Actually, we should bring them both on. Since I'm a free agent, we should bring someone from Polymarket and someone from Calcion and someone from Myriad on, and we could have him. That's actually this is it. This is
Battle of the predictions on Coffee with Captain.
I was going to say a prediction talk off.
Mm-hmm. This is we absolutely should do this now that the thought has entered my brain. Yeah, we should do the prediction market roundtable and let them get spicy, because they clearly are like very clearly cutthroat competitors, and not only mimicking, sometimes they're actually both announcing like exclusive deals with licensing partners or whatever on the exact same day. That's weird. I don't like, I come from I grew up in the wireless industry, which was insanely competitive. And, 1 month someone would roll out unlimited talk and text, and within a month, the other carriers would match it. The only thing I can ever remember that didn't get copied from the competitors was Singular Wireless introduced rollover minutes, which then became AT&T, and the other carriers didn't do the rollover minutes. But almost every other promo, or I don't know what you want to call it, promo or perks or whatever, new plans, new features, almost every single one of them got copied by the other competitors. And this, like, and then FanDuel and DraftKings, same thing, very cutthroat competitive, a 2-person race to the top. I don't ever remember seeing like, I just don't understand it. How like NHL was one. There's been several actually where Calcio announced something, and within an hour, Polymarket announces the same thing, and vice versa. It's odd to me. I don't care. I don't lose any sleep over it. It's just it's interesting, and it's going to be something fun to follow. And I still do believe there's room for a third, maybe fourth player in the space. And as I mentioned, I think talking to Jonah the other day, I am looking for a trade that's not going to be nearly as crowded. A trade being an ecosystem that I can dive into and help amplify. I just think Kalshi and Polymarket they've already made it. They're already there. They're already mainstream, and maybe a polymarket airdrop or a Kalshi they tokenize and something, there's benefits there beyond just trading or predicting, but I digress. Title today, making money on Monad and MegaEth. The MegaEth pre-deposit stable farm, or whatever you want to call it, it goes live at 9. However, if you were in Sonar and you don't live in the US or any of the other restricted locations, you can't. Yeah, I was impressed with my Monad as well. It's doing well. A little cook today. The lost train of thought. The Monad, MegaEth. Oh yes, making money. Pre-deposits. If you're in Sonar and live in a free country, you can. It's open now. It opened at 8. Anyone have a tracker on that by chance? I think it's going to fill pretty quickly. I think it'll insta-fill once it goes live to everyone at 9. I'm not seeing it, but that is live. If you're wanting to get in and you can, probably. Oh, Gary, good point. Most of the core community here probably pays for the version of X with no ads. Therefore, you're not seeing any promoted posts. That would make sense. I still think some would get through. I know for a fact some of our listeners don't pay for X. Interesting. Anyways, we're jumping around this morning. Bet you Dave. I'm curious why I should Google you.
Where's Monad at right now compared to yesterday?
Oh, we are cooking, brother. We are cooking.
Yeah, it's looking good. I did take some profits yesterday. This is going to be like the next year. If this goes bad, I'll probably talk about it for the next year, become part of my personality, because I actually did what I encourage other people to do that I don't normally do. Took some profits and rolled it into like literal bricks, like brick home, brick and mortar, stone, concrete, whatever. Fired off escrow deposit yesterday, of which Monad helped. And so this could either become like a really bad story if this thing keeps cooking, or a really good one. I didn't sell on the show. I ended up selling right about where it's at now. I think I probably left maybe like $100 on the table. Yeah, it's up to yesterday. I think it was trading around. It was like here during the show. It was bouncing around in this like 25, 26 cents range. Had its what seemed to be a scam pump and then the sell off. But seemingly the market makers are doing their thing. Like the stair stepping up is likely not coincidence. We said yesterday, I think it was Eddie. What did he say? Does anyone remember the exact day? Day 3 to 9, I think. Day 3 usually optimal following these airdrops where they have market makers not letting a chart die. Maybe it's all organic bids. I don't think this, to me, that doesn't look organic there, but who knows? And then you see it repeatedly. You know, the stair step up and the sell off, the stair step up and the sell off, the stair step up and the sell off. But it keeps going up, which is a good sign. So 39 cents today. That puts one thing I wish, and maybe I just don't see it on the trading view here. Why? I know I was bitching about charts yesterday. Why don't they show like market cap or FDV on Hyperliquid? Like 39 cents is great. What does that equate to? So yeah, anyways, Monad doing good. In 8, whether you got any Monad allocation, whether you got no Monad allocation, you got a lot of Monad allocation, you sold it all, and you're out. I believe we all should be rooting for this to do well. This is good for Monad and the ecosystem. This is good for MegaEth and the ecosystem. And quite frankly, like if this sold off yesterday and instead of 39 cents, it kept going down and we open it up, and it's like 10 cents today. Boy, oh boy, like things like Myriad probably don't launch for another year. Like, so I'm not even exaggerating. Like this, there's a lot of eyeballs on Monad. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on MegaEth. And because they've raised so much money, like basically if Monad can't perform, at least in the short term, when they've raised $500 million and have big players vested that they need to see this thing, they want to see this thing do well. If they can't do well, then it's hard to imagine anyone else wanting to actually go to market in this market. So the fact that this is And we also got I didn't even see the announcement. What did Trump say yesterday? Did anyone see it? It was some Trump and came out of a meeting with China, and that's what sent NASDAQ, but I don't even know what anyone on stage. Are you aware what actually sent the what actually sent no, that is not right. It should not be 14 cents straight pressure. I don't know what you're looking at.
Monad's not at 14 cents. We're like sitting at 4 cents right now.
Yeah.
Right at 3.9. That's what it shows on my chart.
Hit 4 billion this morning, so it's up. Pre-sale was at 2.5 billion. But anyone see what was the I can't believe this. I'm going to break my X now as I'm searching Trump. My algo is going to be cooked for a while.
Honestly, I don't
new
know.
healthcare plan yesterday.
What do you mean? Can you expand on that?
I mean, I could pull up the article, but he announced that he unveiled his new healthcare plan, but they didn't talk about the costs of it, which is like obviously some of the backlash.
When does it go live?
Let me see if I can find an article for you. Hold on.
Joey, I thought they paused it. Did they not pause it?
I didn't see anything about healthcare. I thought it was this. Says I had a very good call. We discussed many topics: Ukraine, Russia, fentanyl, soybeans, and other farm products.
Don't leave out the fentanyl, bro.
We great for our great farmers. He's talking about us, by the way. Deal for our great farmers. Thank you, Trump, for looking out for all of us farmers here on chain.
I did not plan to come up.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. He announced that he has a new
Joey,
healthcare plan, but proposed, but postponed the unveiling of the new healthcare plan yesterday.
That's not why the market went up.
Something tells me Jonah's got to be.
I literally just had to get out of the shower because I was listening in the shower and I was like, oh my God, I can't take this.
I'm not saying that's why the market went up. People just asked what he said yesterday.
Okay, so the reason why the market went up is because the basically DARPA, effectively, the U.S. government is giving the top AI companies full unfettered access to petabytes of groundbreaking data that's not available to the public. And the reason they're doing it, I forget the name of what the project is. The reason they're doing it is because the U.S. has said that they cannot and will not lose to China, which means they have to copy China in order to beat China. How do you copy China? You basically make them semi-government owned entities and give them access to data that doesn't exist in the US so they can come up with new concepts. So certain, potential new viruses or new remedies, potential new science experiments based on the data. They're going to feed these advanced AIs like the Google AI with proprietary data that doesn't exist in the public and use it to create potential new formulas in medicine, science, energy, metals, alloys, things of this nature. And so the stock market responds to that saying, well, shit, if these are basically now government level entities, that means that they can get bailed out in the event that there's an issue. So why would I not buy it? Because it's like buying a bond.
Maybe an unpopular take. I'm sure it's going to be an unpopular take, especially with the privacy heads, all the Zcash homies, Monero folks. I'm for it. I want to live forever, at least to be 120. And the fastest way to do that is let AI create novel medicine. The fastest way to do that is give him access to all of our data. What I'm going to I know this is not a popular take on crypto Twitter. It's not a popular take with the privacy maxis, the decentralization maxis. They already have it all. I literally can talk about something. I mean, this isn't like a conspiracy. It's real. I can talk about something right now on the show, and off the show, I'm going to get the next thing I'm getting served on Instagram is going to be something related to that topic. Like, they're already listening. They're already like, I go screen, like, I wasn't even joking. I searched for Trump. Now my algorithm is going to be Trump skewed the next 48 hours at least. If I go on Facebook and screenshot, I don't even comment, don't even get it. If I screenshot something on Facebook as a joke to drop in a group chat, all of a sudden my Facebook algo is wrecked for the next 7 to 14 days. That's all I see is served up to me on Facebook. Like, it's good and bad, but when it comes to AI, like, give it everything. Let it learn faster. I'm for it. I know this is not a popular take, but fastest way to win the AI race is this. And I don't like, what's the downside?
The downside is it invents something worse than a nuclear bomb.
Okay,
but
sure.
Like it was going to happen either way.
What's not AI? What's the downside of these LLMs and these AI behemoths from getting more access to my data? Like,
well, you can effectively assume that capitalism is dead at that point because
I don't know about this.
How do you beat a Google AI when it's connected to effectively DARPA? Because you'll never be able to compete with their access to data. So
unless you're leveraging
America eventually, which I'm not saying is bad. I'm just saying that this is what someone would counter. It's like you can assume that America is becoming more like China, and it's not. It's like the idea of the free market will slowly erode because of the need to compete against a foreign potential adversary.
Potentially, and to your point, I think it's going to happen anyways. It's like whether U.S. is first or not, and for that matter, it's like the other thing I find funny is like people will get off on like the TikTok rant, like, oh, I'm not giving China access to my information. It's like, dude, where do you think your phone's made? Like if they want
well, actually, China doesn't own TikTok anymore. It's Oracle, so you're giving it to Larry Ellison.
Anything that they really want, they're going to be able to find out if you're on the internet today. Like we all have clicked T's and C's. We've all given access. Like it's there. We've already given it up. Why not use it for the greater good? I understand there could also be the greater good become the greater evil. I guess if we're going to live in like the Terminator future world, the dystopian world where the robots are our overlords, like rip off the Band-Aid.
That's the problem is people have seen way too many movies and TV shows like The Matrix and Terminator, and they think that if they give AI all of this access, the machines are going to imprison us and turn us into slaves and use our bodies for energy, because this is what social media is telling everybody.
Yeah, maybe. Dobbins adds in the chat, Coinbase ICO buyers are also encouraged to hold for at least 30 days for future opportunities. Trump is flying to China in the spring and said trade talks going well. Appreciate that update. Yeah, also gets me excited. You should be excited about your MegaEth Allo and from your Fluffle. I think this is, again, actually, I haven't checked yet today. Fear and greed.
And if Monad is at 4 billion, and if we use our, that fluffle.tools website, or no, I'm sorry, MegaEth.tools or MegaEth.fund, whatever it is, and you go put it and you can go look at what your Fluffle allocation is. Monad sitting at 4 billion makes me really happy about that investment we made, whatever it was, for $2,600 on our Fluffle.
Yep, should be north of a 10x if my math on the back of the envelope is correct. Fear and index, fear greed is still extreme fear. We're still 14. Market sentiment's still shitty, and Monad is potentially, not full 2x yet, but in range that it's the day later it becomes it's a 2x up from pre-sale. That is good for the ecosystem. It's good for MegaEth. It's good for future TGEs, and hopefully everyone is rooting for Monad success. It'll be a little bit of tilting on my end because this thing really rips. It's unlikely. I shouldn't say that. If all goes well with this home, it should be either extremely profitable cash flow property or a 6-figure flip, and therefore it'll be a good move. But there's also a world where it doesn't go well with the house, and I just burnt 70% of my allo on something dumb in real life. I'm joking, it's not dumb, but it's not something I'm passionate about. It just seems like the prudent thing to do. But the more I do,
real estate is like everyone always says is like there's 2 constants in life: death and taxes. I would say there's now 3 constants in life, which is death, taxes, and real estate goes up. Like there's just, even when real estate crashes, if you just hold, it will still go up.
Yeah.
There's a finite amount of space for people to live, or actually there's a finite amount of space where people actually want to live in this country and world. And if you can own some of that land, there's just no scenario where that land goes down
over the long enough timeline. I agree.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for like a 6 to 12 month, then you're in a risky business. But if you look at it like, hey, I'm going to turn this into a rental, like I'm going to burr this property, turn it into a rental, and in 5, 10, 20 years, leverage that property for the equity that I have in it, or just sell it. There's and again, not financial advice. There's like a slim to none chance you're going to come out negative on that.
Yeah. Things can happen. Homes can become money pits. They can become very expensive. I'm definitely not a home ownership maxi. I own homes, home singular. I've owned homes, and but I've also been a rentor because I didn't want to get locked in a uncertain market. In hindsight, I should have locked in because things flip pretty quickly, and for a while the real estate market was trading almost like a meme coin. But I digress. This isn't real estate with Cap. It's really, what else can we talk about to get Jonah and Joey to argue about on stage? I kid.
Jonah, you can get Kaushi on the show with us, and we'll work on finding Poly Market. What's up?
Good luck. I don't think they want to be on they have a bit of rivalry. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, why can't we get them on this Coffee with Captain together? This is the perfect opportunity.
I don't think they want to be seen in the same room.
Yes, two $11 billion plus companies, so about almost $30 billion in asset value, will come together on Twitter Spaces. No shade to Cat. I'm saying Twitter Spaces as a whole, to disrupt their long-running beef that relates to the FBI. Yes, this will happen.
Yep. It's a true story too, by the way. I'm not going to name names.
When Jonah puts it that way, I don't see why it shouldn't happen.
Not my place.
Definitely destiny.
But one of those organizations may have, in fact, ratted one of the other ones out, made some claims to the FBI, which might have led to a home invasion by the FBI. Monad just now starts with a 4. ADD in full effect. Monad starts with the 4, and as I'm beating the drum on just give all the robots all of our data, fitting, I see Mert bull posting Zcash again. How to buy Zcash on Solana in 7 seconds. The privacy maxis will not like my take this morning, but yeah. Happy Tuesday. It is Black Friday week. I made a joke about tokens on sale yesterday, and maybe not for much longer. I don't know. I really am not. I don't have a lot of confidence that things keep going up. I really don't know. I'm really confused by the market. Even though we're up today, we're really lagging as it relates to TradFi. We'll see what things, like at least pre-market anyways, we'll see how things look once they open. But it's interesting. Just an interesting time. Like Google's cooking. It just really, I don't know. I don't understand the market. It doesn't feel great. I also don't think it's over. I just don't know. All I know is I think it's a net positive for all of us here. Everyone that's an active crypto Twitter participant, everyone that's a farmer, and anyone that's looking forward to any upcoming TGEs. I think it's a good thing for all of us if this chart continues to get these market maker buys that pump the chart. Here's another one right now happening. This isn't the market maker pump. This is right here. This is the coffee with Captain Candle. We got a coffee with Captain Candle right now. We went from 37, 38 to up over 4 cents, and it's just going to keep rising. Like I said, we may do a 2x. We might up to here. We'll 2x it on the show this morning. That coffee pump. Speaking of coffee pump, I need to go refill.
You can't deny the coffee pump. I didn't sell my unicorn fart dust after the coffee pump, and it was all downhill after that.
I kid you not. I see a unicorn fart dust ad at the gym almost every day at Crunch. And I'm like, who in the hell is still paying for a unicorn fart dust? And I thought about Ron. I had a conscious, probably 5 minutes in my head. I'm like, man, how is Ron doing? How's that guy? Did he ever take any profits? Hopefully he didn't sell his gold and silver to rotate into unicorn fart dust. Does anyone?
It's still over 10 million. Granted, it's way down from the coffee with Captain all time. It literally hit an all-time high that morning on coffee with Captain. I think it was 440 million it hit. that morning on Coffee with Captain, or 330 million. I don't know, whatever. It was some crazy number it hit. From that day,
we marked the Pico top. We absolutely marked the Pico top.
It's been straight down.
So maybe we shouldn't be talking about the Coffee with Captain pub here with Monad. This might be the end of it. 44.1 cents now. It is ripping.
Definitely not a top signal.
So in all seriousness, don't forget this. For MegaEth, this isn't all, definitely not all. Any chain that's got hundreds of millions or $500 million behind it, very unlikely that they let the chart die within the first 48 to 72 hours. Sometimes much, much, much longer. But this is them doing their thing. 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 Like, I know I'm explaining this really at a high level, educational level here, but remember this. You probably have some, call it a scam pump, call it whatever you want. It's not a scam. It's just, I don't know. I need someone that can better, more elegantly explain a market maker's role, market makers plural, in these TGEs, and I'm pretty sure it's what we're seeing happen at the moment. And I don't know if there's real buy pressure or not. I still am a little uneasy on what's happening on chain. Like what is there to do other than bro.fun? We'll do a run here in a bit. They have a lot more activity than they did yesterday, so that's good. They're seeing some actual real volume, whereas like yesterday I was like 25th with plus 11 Monad. Now you gotta be several thousand plus to even register on the board, and top one's at 75. I don't even see I don't see Cabal Sack. Jonah, did you fall off? Did you lose your?
I've been busy with my job. I'll come back to gamble or whatever.
It is fun. It's addictive. I'm just gonna do one right now since we're here, and we'll maybe do one for the audience later. Middle. Oh, I missed, but I still got it. Middle. We'll just do middle again. F you. Now I gotta do one more. We gotta end on a high note. If I 2x, we'll leave. One more. Wait, why is it only 1.6x? I thought I gotta hit this one. Okay. All right, I'm stopping for now. We probably will come back. I gotta at least hit one winner today. Let's do this. Joe and I see off mute.
What's better, bro.fun or death.fun or whatever? What are you partial to, Cap?
I mean, I think I have probably I'm on some plaque or something somewhere for my excellent track record in drinking games. So I feel like I should be partial to the beer pong. I don't, even though I don't play that stuff anymore. So this is my there is like nostalgia is real, and it's actually like beer pong. I was okay, but I may have never lost a game of Flip Cup. I might truly might be undefeated at the game of Flip Cup. I was lethal at Flip Cup.
We played beer pong like every night in college. It was sick how much beer we drank.
And I have no I have a very my ability to chug anything is like Olympian level athlete. So yeah, I was a good flipper, and gone. It was so yeah.
You have the ability. We had a guy in our fraternity that had the ability to open up his epiglottis or whatever it's called, and literally just pour the beer down his throat. And we would always whenever it was spring break, we would have bets against other fraternities. Like, nobody can beat him for a case of beer. Could you do that, Cap? Could you just
Yep, I will do if anyone wants to shotgun a Red Bull or something at Art Basel, I'm game. I will. I'll put my reputation on the line that I would out chug anyone in a drinking competition. It's also maybe why I don't drink anymore. Just being real. I work hard. I played very hard, and as we were talking about in the Worm this morning, I dropped out of Ohio State my final quarter there as a honor student, full ride, and maintained my I guess, B average, like a 3.2 GPA, AB average, and yet never went to class and often would, 415 million market cap. That can't be right. It's in the billions on Monad. Opened at 2.5, and I think it's 4 now. Maybe, I don't know. It's so weird to me in 2025 that we don't have, like, the charts are as bad as they are. I'm not gonna go off on that rant again. But Jonah, what's on your mind this morning? What else are you looking at? Are you in MegaEth? Are you doing the MegaEth pre-deposit or no? Pass on that one.
I'd rather try the apps because it's in L2. And so, I mean, I think we talked about this, L1s get more value accrual than L2s. So I'm personally less interested on MegaEth, the token right now, and I'm more interested in their apps because their apps are much more compelling than the Monad apps. So I'll race to the apps and I'll like bridge and get MegaEth tokens so I can go play with those apps. And those apps might do tokens, which I think are more attractive for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. But I also, the good quality and good amount of apps that I'm excited about has me even more bullish on the MegaEth token as well. If I could, I can't get in the pre-sale. I tried this morning. I thought I might be able to take a quick trip to Germany, but it's all connected to Sonar, which I had to KYC for, so they know I'm in the US, and didn't matter where I logged in from today. I'm not able to participate. But if you are, I think it's probably worth throwing a few shekels at. I also, the other thing that has me excited about MegaEth is I think their farm, both the beta and when they get out of beta, it's going to be somewhat limited. I don't think it's going to be a free for all. I think my bet is that the people who really lean into MegaEth are the ones that get outside rewards. I don't think it's going to be individuals who like throw $100 on MegaEth and play around a little bit. I don't think they're going to be the ones that necessarily get the outside rewards. I think it's going to be those that held fluffles or were in pre-sales or that, send their stables over today. By the way, 8 minutes on that timer for anyone that is participating. I would like, if I could get 30 to 60 seconds. Jonah, do you got anything else? Feel anything else you want to look at? And then Joey, Proof Alpha DJ, Mac Valley, if I'm not back, feel free to take it wherever you'd like. I'll be right back.
I think, the Monad memes last night, they were low float, but you could make some money. Mooncock went up by a lot. I bought some Monad dog that went over 1 million. I don't know what it is today. I did buy a token on Base, and it's up right now. It's called machines.cash, and it's like a real business on Base. Bought that last night. I woke up, I was up a okay amount. Couldn't complain. And other than that, I'm not over trading because we're still in a bear market as much as people are excited. Like, we'll get our Santa rally, I think, because it's good for the country, and I think Trump knows that. We'll get our Santa rally, but I think that we probably have until next February or March for things to be a little messy. And so I'm just not overspending or over trading, and I'm allocating most of the time into my own business because when you're in a bear market, that's the best thing you can do.
Are you do you have like a regular DCA you do, or what's your plan for the bear?
A DCA on assets? I mean, like, I'll buy.
Like, are you the type of person where now that everything is down, like every week you're buying $100 of this, $100 of that? Like, do you have a plan? Because you just said, like, I'm going to focus on my business.
No. So like we're in the early beginnings of a bear. So I get the DCA, and obviously you can't call a full bottom, but I'm gonna wait to start. I mean, again, I could miss out. Like, I could be completely wrong, and that's okay. I accept that. But if I'm right, I'll probably wait until January to start making purchases, whether that's a Bitcoin or something of the nature. But I'll trade these little stupid meme coins, and I think company coins are inherently different from protocol coins or meme coins. Company coins can do just fine in any market. Of course, they'll be averaged down But I'd rather, if there's a token that has a real business, I'm willing to spend on that, because if there's a need in the market, regardless of a bull or a bear, they're going to generate revenue, which makes them a more interesting play. So, I'll be on the lookout for that.
Some people that I trust had said they think that based on the 500-day before, 500-day after Bitcoin having blah 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 blah, they think that we're going to be in this till around next October, and that it's going to be it's going to get worse before it gets better. To your point, like you said, maybe in January you'll start looking at purchase things. What is your opinion? Do you think we're going to be in this till October? And if so, and then a follow-up question to that is like, what are teams like OpenSea and Moonbirds and going to do with their TG if it's really going to be that bad?
I would be surprised if we're going through that going into October. The main reason is I think Trump will do whatever it takes to make the economy go up and tokens go up during the midterms, because he needs the votes. And so that's why, like, if he can't do that, then the Democrats win. Like, they will take the midterms. And so that if that happens, then the remainder of his presidency is in a gridlock, which means he can do nothing, which I think will probably be a net bad for assets and for other ways of investing, but probably a net good for something else, because that's how that works. But so I'm just, the reason I said I'll think about somewhere from Jan to March about starting to buy is mainly because I just think that Trump has no choice but to find some way to do stimulus. And on top of that, in order to do that, he's going to have to print. And either party is going to have to start printing money. And once the printer does go back on sometime next year, then the narrative of crypto being hot will come back again. I also think you have the other reality, which is like all the best capital is flocking to AI. But once, the top 10 or 20 companies have been solved because they have access to government level data, the opportunity kind of gets screwed for the average VC investor, which means their only other option is crypto. Like they'll have no other option, because unless if you're in crypto, biotech, or AI, your business is probably doing pretty shit right now.
Yeah.
Do you think he did announce the $2,000 tariff stimulus? Do you think
that won't matter? I think that everyone in crypto thinks that that's going to get people to run to the assets. Like the problem is that like people are down so bad in real life, like the average person, that they're going to use that money for their bills and for food. They're not going to. Most people are not going to use it to go gamble like we did in 2020.
Maybe. I think when times are down, people gamble more.
Yeah, I know, but there's a point, right? Like there's a Goldilocks zone, because if you can't afford fucking food, then you can't gamble, right? So like, I agree, but to a certain level.
The government will give you food, Jonah.
Yeah, I'm not. We're gonna move on because I don't want to get off on I feel like we're getting close to like a political conversation. I want to go there, but I know people are down bad. I know people are hurting right now. It's like bifurcated though. There's people that are getting government assistance and they're doing just fine. Their life really hasn't changed much. And there's other people, like I live in an area where I can't get a table at a restaurant that it's a $300 ticket. Like there's a lot. It's not. There's a lot of people that aren't down bad. There are people that are hurting. A lot of those people are getting help and assistance, and like high-end restaurants are booming. Like it's not. It's really weird, and I feel bad even saying this. It's just the market is really bifurcated, and for as bad as some things see, some people can't spend money fast enough still. It's like it's hard to reconcile, but I do think if there is a stimmy of any sort, I think a lot of that gets thrown at speculative things like prediction markets, sports betting, crypto, etc. Because the people getting it, $2,000 is not going to change their life. 20 grand might. $2,000 is not going to do it. And oftentimes those people are in bad spots because they probably aren't good with their finances. And yeah, if they can't afford food, yes, they're going to go spend it on food. I don't know. I don't think that's.
We'll see, but I have to go to a call. Not that anyone gives a shit, so I didn't want you to think that I'm upset or something. Have an amazing space. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Good luck with the call. Hard pivot. Chimpers launching today. We were talking. Actually, I think it was Jonah that brought up the lack of a pack rip thing on Monad yesterday.
I'm excited about this, Cap.
This is pretty cool. I mean, I'm a big Chimpers fan. Love the team. If you haven't been paying, we had him on here to talk there. That's what we should have done. Talk about the coffee with Captain Pump. We can't take credit because it pumped after the fact, but their strategy token has been cooking. This is, of the strategy tokens, you had, Chimp strategy and Vibe strategy are the two predominant ones that the teams have supported. They don't have a native token, and they've been up. Chimpers up another 6% of the day. Vibe strategy up another 11% on the day. 5 and 5.27, $5.86 million market caps respectively. Punk strategy hovering around 46. So, down quite a bit from all-time high, but everything kind of really sold off, and now we're starting to see some movement on these. Chimpers have been, like I said, have been moving well. Floor price, I can go pull that up in a second. But the thing I did want to at least reference is this. It's minting on OpenSea, correct? Exclusively on OpenSea is the mint. Machiavelli, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are we talking about the keychain wallet things? The blind box things?
No, this is
no, this is a pack rip, like collector cards with custom cards.
They also announced, I shared it yesterday in the war room. They also announced their physical blind box like keychains. So it's like, similar to what Moonbirds announced, but they already showed you what the different, they're like they look like Labubu keychains, but they're all Chimpers characters.
I saw that as well. I'm not finding it on their feed.
Go to Insights page. He posted about it.
What is so before I move on, the Chimpers packs, 49 ape is the packs today. There are, it's called Rise of the Hybrids. It's minting on Ape Chain. It's an Otherside collaboration. It's a 28 card collection that brings together characters from iconic communities, including Bored Apes, Mutants, Codas, Cool Cats, Chimpers, Meebits, Moonbirds, Nouns, Toads, World of Women, and Wizards. Each card contains, should share this tab. Each card contains original music, optional physical cards enhanced by a unique augmented reality experience. Collectors can also look forward to exclusive reward surprises and special pulls throughout the drop. So it's a card pack that has some Grail chase items. Here's the rewards. A free physical cards for all legendary Grail and special pulls. You get a Chimpy Otherside avatar. My understanding is that that avatar will be the same for all, correct? Kind of like the Boximus. Machiavelli, is that your understanding as well? Pretty sure that's the Chimpy avatar is not a unique or not a one. It is an addition essentially. So every one of these will have the ability to play in other sides with the Chimpy character. There's a pack rewards, a 1-of-1 Chimpers arcade machine. This arcade machine here you can actually win. There's 1 in 100 packs. We'll get an exclusive T-shirt. 1 in 500 we'll get a T-shirt, a rare Chimper a rare. So there is an ultra rare Chimpy Otherside avatar. $250 in Chimpster and $100 in Ape. And then leaderboard rewards. Chimpers NFT, $1,000 in Chimpster, other deed, 1-of-1 custom Chimpy Otherside avatar. Second, third, this goes to the top 50, can get a commemorative T-shirt, and then full set bonus raffle, complete the full set, and get a raffle entry to Chimpers NFT and Otherside. Then the physical twins we mentioned. I don't know if there's is there a game per se, or it's just collectible cards? My understanding is just collectible cards.
They're not doing a TCG. It's just their collectible cards.
Okay. I'm probably gonna rip a couple today. Sport theme, not my thing. I'm not into collectible cards per se, but I appreciate the collaboration. I'm glad they're launching, moving forward with Ape. I like, the chase items. It should be fun. $20,000 in prizes. The hunt for that 1-of-1 arcade machine. Still, I'm looking for Insights post on the Labubu type characters. Joey, can you find that? I don't know why I'm not seeing it anywhere. I mean, I guess most have been most of the posts have been on this pack rip today, but I did see that one. At least wanted to throw it up on the screen before we move on. High volume posters here. Busy week in the world. Chimpers, 2 million TikTok followers. Zeke campaign crushing. Designer con success. Chimpy Avatar joins the other side. Rise of Hybrid drops this week, and Chipster hits an all-time high. Sorry, I know this is not great TV.
I was wrong. It was an Insight that posted about it. It was Craig. I just pinned it up top.
Okay, there you go. Joey sent me down a literal wild goose chase. The goose did not exist. Thanks for that, Joey. Good. Blame Joey for my 15 minutes of scrolling there, looking for something that didn't exist on Twitter.
15 minutes of doom scrolling, right?
I mean, Chimpers, not a lot of doom in Chimpers world. They're a pretty happy bunch, I feel. Let's see. Craig has it is pinned up top. I'll actually find it on X here in a sec. Man, there is no doom in the Chimpers. They are high volume posters across the board. Here we go. People be fighting to hit their hands on Chimpers collectors. Imagine when millions of fans found out they get Chimpers toys and next-gen collectibles. Experience at local stores, pop-ups. Set up for us again. 2026 will be the year Chimpers become impossible to ignore. Even if you can't afford an NFT, buy yourself a small guy. Get Chimper, the team Chimpster, the team community or 10 and 10. You won't regret it. Chimpy, promise. So again, very Labubu-esque. Got the keychain or the whatever you call the holder in boxes similar, and cute little plushies. I don't get the Labubu thing. I don't get it. I can't imagine. Like, I would look about as ridiculous as Choose Rich Nick looks walking with a Labubu attached to me.
You know, Labubu is actually going to have Thanksgiving Day parade floats this year.
But honestly, though, anything Labubu related, smell like, look like, reference to, it's a W right now, man. So
maybe.
I don't know.
I think this will do fine because they have a rabid community. Are the knockoffs
I
real
mean, I
W's?
think they're cute.
I don't know.
Sorry.
What's that, Joey?
I was going to say, I think the Chimpers keychain, like bag keychains, are really cute. I think they curated a really, like the 4 chimps that they picked. And like, there's like a wizard one. Like, I think they're cute, and I think they will appeal to similar to like what Pudgy did when they had their like backpack keychains, like how those little penguins appear. Like, my kids love those. I think these are going to appeal and could be, like we talk about this all the time, Cap, but this could be like a point of sale thing where like you're in line at a department store or whatever, and you see them sitting there, and your kid's like, oh my God, I would love a wizard chimp. And you buy one, you open it, and it's not the wizard chimp, and now you got to go back and buy another one because it's, they're blind boxes.
So I get the thesis. I agree with the thesis. I think what I don't know is, have we seen anything other than Labubu's actually, have we seen any of the derivatives actually have success outside of the diehard communities in crypto? Like, has there been another variation that actually has had any sort of mainstream success?
Yeah, for sure. This whole blind box thing has been around a long time. I mean, you can go to Disney and
I understand the blind box. I'm talking about these keychain plushies or whatever you want to call the Labubu type-esque thing. Labubu's created the meta. Have we seen any of these things other than Labubu's have mainstream success? I don't know the answer. it's a really
I don't know if they created a meta so much as like they just went viral because whatever, like, again, as people who have been to Disney many times, right? Like, the idea of like keychain characters like this has been around for a really long time with Disney characters. I mean, even when we were younger, there was Care Bears, there was all kinds of things that you could clip onto your backpack. Recently, though, yes, Labubu's went viral, and other people are now jumping into this space. But the idea of these blind box toys, that's been around forever. I don't know if anyone's gone as viral. I mean, look at the Stanley Cup, right? Similar things just go viral nowadays because of social media. But listen, more power to Chimpers. They're trying all kinds of stuff, right? Like, they've got that arcade machine, which has been in the works for a long time now because I've talked to the team about it. They're going all in on their IP and branding, and really trying to penetrate outside of Web3 with their appeal, right? Like they're a pixel NFT, but then they adopted this kind of cutesy chibi, I don't know how to say it, art that really appeals on like a mass level.
Let's get the expert. Sir Joey, how do we correctly pronounce Chimpy? Is it Chimpy? Is it? I think I'm correct, but correct Joey, please.
Hi guys, GM. The character is called Chimpy, and the style is kawaii. The reason why it was created.
Kawaii. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, Joey.
It's no worries. It's okay. I think Chibi's correct as well, just different ways. But the reason we created that is because obviously the original NFT characters were in pixel. And in 2023, when we realized that we needed to build a real world presence, we created Chimpy as a mascot. And the people who created Chimpy in the kawaii style were artists from the Chimpers community from the beginning who did a lot of fan art and did that style. And they ended up doing a lot of work with us on animations and marketing materials and things like that. And so anyway, they ended up becoming full time, and they've worked for now 2.5 years on the socials. And, you know, it's amassed 3.5 million across TikTok, Instagram and Facebook now. And I just wanted to just mention about the blind boxes themselves. So we launched them as just an online sale in July. And it's been a while now. They're going to be delivered in a few weeks. They're ready, almost ready. But what is different about these blind boxes is they've got a chip inside them, and when you receive it, you'll go to a portal, and from that portal, you'll be able to claim a digital pack of cards on our card app. You know, like we're doing the Otherside card drop today. So you'll be able to tap, go and claim yourself a card pack, and in there will be like a mixture of cards, rarity-based, common to grail, of the characters themselves, as you see, dressed up, but other characters with different clothing, Chimpy with different clothing as well. And inside those packs are actual rewards as well. There's an arcade machine that's designed as per the drop. There is 999 Telegram stickers that have been designed in the same style. So it's a real collectible experience. And we only did 3,000 of those, but we're already working on season 2 that will be in store starting in North America. So you could say it's a trend. The blind boxes have always been there, and that gambling aspect, it taps into, and it's an innate thing in everybody, not just because we got into NFTs. People love that. Are you going to get the rare one, etc., and it makes them purchase more. And but now it's more about fashion as well, user-generated content, seeing what other people are doing, following the trends. And I think with Chimpers, it's not just a one-trick pony. Obviously, our goal is to remain culturally strong in Web3, and hence working with Bored Apes and Otherside, and there's a lot more to come on that. That's a big goal for us, and it always will be. The other one is to be a global lifestyle character brand, and things like blind boxes and keychains are just one product in a portfolio of many that will evolve and come, and trends come and go. But behind that, you're just a growing brand, you know, digital native that can then sort of take advantage of your following. I don't want to say take advantage, actually, that's not the right word. Actually develop products that your fans love and want to support. And then how that amplifies is when these go into stores, and we'll see people actually sharing them on social media, etc. And the other beauty about blind boxes is with the dressing up, you can put, and we were going to do this for DesignerCon because we had a partnership with them, but it didn't end up a DesignerCon t-shirt. So it was just ended up a digital collab and a card that you could collect. But we've got other brand collabs lined up. So yeah, the blind box is really cool, but it's not just like one-dimensional. It's like it's got a Web3 element to it, and onboarding people seamlessly. Because, for example, when you do tap, you go to the card app, it's all silent. You just register with email. The wallet's created on the back end, So this is potentially a small part of this mass onboarding. But anyway, today it's all about the other side.
I love it. Well, and also Mason corrects us brings us up to speed here in the chat. Says, tell Joey that the blind boxes sold back in the summer. It's that they're shipping soon. So what I have pictured here on screen, these blind boxes, this is not a new product. They sold in summer. They're just shipping soon, which led to Craig's excitement yesterday. Is that accurate?
Yeah. And what happened is it was our first venture into this sort of thing. And you wouldn't believe the number of iterations during the design process to get the character perfect.
They look great. They really true. I'm not going to rock one of these on my
no, you're not
bag,
the target demographic. The demographic is our TikTok and Instagram, which is probably 60% female. Like from the ages of teenage to 30 odd. Kiddle, whatever. So you're not the demographic, but your children might be.
It's also very
but how we like to do it is, look, Chimpers collectors, they might not walk about with them, but they bought these things. They love Chimpers. And the other aspect is now to broaden it with the strategy system, where we have actually got the NFTs, the token, Chimpster, and the brand as one ecosystem that's sort of reinforcing one another. Everybody is behind Chimpers brand to become a big success because they actually emotionally are invested in it, but financially, because with the dojo treasury, funds are flowing in there from the token works fee, the Web3, a portion of Otherside drop today will go into the dojo treasury. It's already up to getting on for $400,000, and we're going to have seasonal rewards. So, and that'll be for Chimpers holders, not for past. It's for now and the future. So for always encouraging people to be in there. So they're fully invested in Chimpers being a successful brand in Web3 and the world. So everything's aligned now, and it's just a case of us just like keep growing, keep sort of proliferating and adding the products into physical stores is the big one now, and actually not just in North America, in other regions as well.
Love that. I do want to expand a little bit on TikTok, Instagram, where you've built massive followings, and I think you're very wise in catering to that following, not just your rabid loyal fans in the crypto NFT community. Real quick, I might have found some free money. I can't participate right now because I'm here in the US. I can't take a quick trip to Germany or Bahamas while I'm hosting the show. But
I can.
I do think there's some quick free money, like 7% if you're that kind of grinder. The MegaEth $250 million pre-deposit bridge filled in blank, 15 minutes, 1 hour. 1 hour is still at 70%. So you could do two things. You could buy the no on the 1 hour. You could buy the yes on the 15 minutes, because the language is if the market doesn't go live or if it's delayed or canceled or does not begin by 9 a.m., the market will resolve 50-50. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So the market's going to resolve 50-50. It didn't go live at 9, is my understanding. I haven't seen the announcement, but I don't believe it went live. So this market here should resolve to 50-50. I don't do this necessarily, but there are people who grind these edges on Polymarket and have done very, very well. Their hit rate's like 99% because they're taking small bets that are all but guaranteed to win. Some of those bets that are guaranteed to win are the ones that they resolve 50-50 because some other condition doesn't hit. In this case, if pre-deposit launch is delayed or canceled, it does not begin by November 25th at 9 a.m., the market will resolve 50-50. Pretty sure, I'm not certain. Do your own research, maybe double check the MegaEth stuff, maybe try to participate yourself, but there's probably at least 8% you could go pick up there if you wanted to grind that. Let's go back to Chimpers. So Joey, get in here. Take it. Don't comment on this. I didn't want to distract anyone. It's just, this is not going to be, these will all probably be 50-50 here in the near future once everyone else realizes this. Or I'm giving you bad advice and it went live at 9 and already is a no. But I'm pretty sure this is a 50-50 resolution. Go ahead, Joey. Back to Chimpers.
Yeah, since Joey's on the operations team, I know there's been, obviously the goal is distribution versus just, people in this space going on a website. But, like I just went and bought the Klanos plushie that was available for holders, and I'm sure they have a plan. But like, do you guys have a plan similar to like what Pudgy did to start to get into Five Belows and Walmarts and Bed Bath and Beyonds, so that way things like this Chimpy can be sold at point of sale and spur the moment purchases? And if so, is that something we're going to see from you guys in 2026?
Yeah, 100%. We're not going down the Pudgy route and the Walmart and sort of that route. It's more, let's say, smaller retail points of discovery and things like that. So yeah, we've got already in place deals. We're getting products ready now for next year. So yeah, 100%.
What's an example of like a smaller, and you don't have to tell us who, because I'm sure you can't yet, but like, can you give us an example of what like I live in South Florida. If these things do become available in retail, like where might I be able to find them in person?
Yeah, so one retailer that we're working with is the Global, but this will be in North America and Canada in about 80 stores. So so they should be readily available. In a way, we want them to be sort of exclusive, sold out, people stampeding there, and not just like an oversupply of and that's how we're intending to do it. That gradually we build up our portfolio of products and grow into more retail, and then get into bigger retail, etc. And places of culture really as well, because I think that's important. I don't know if anybody saw it. We've just done yesterday a collaboration with Fugglers. So you probably, if you Google them, you'll see it. So Fugglers it's basically a set of 3 reels that Chimpers are doing, and they've dropped some content as well. But it's also like a crossover plush of Fugglers and Chimpy, and there'll be only 2 of them made, I think, for rewards. But already in the chat are people who are demanding that this is a real product, and this is, to me, the kind of collaboration that's perfect, because Fugglers are already a multi-million-dollar, globally known and recognized character IP brand. Chimpers are not. And so by rubbing shoulders actually as a peer with them, and they've obviously see something in Chimpers, obviously the numbers, 3.5 million helps, but they've agreed to do this collaboration with us, then suddenly you're then vicariously getting pop culture credibility and awareness, because we're now exposed to their fans who actually love and buy their products, and they know Chimpers. So that's our sort of strategy for doing it, from cultural collaborations and with things that are related, not like, for example, us doing a collaboration with the most world famous umbrella company. It's not like it might make umbrellas a bad example, but you understand the meaning. It doesn't stick because it's more of an event, whereas something that adds value and equity to your brand and through culture and to your IP, then you start just like building and layering that, and it starts to compound. So everything we've done sort of been organic and sort of thoughtful, and it'll just continue to do that, whether that's in collaborations and also products, and where you'll find Chimpers in 2026. Because at the end of the day, all of us here, we started in 21, Chimpers 22 actually in May, so we're 3 years old. So when we started off for the first year, we were just fannying around. We didn't have a blueprint of we wanted to be a global character brand IP. It was that we're going to have fun in Web3 and NFTs with the community, And then royalties stopped. And then there's a wake-up call that, right, what we're going to do. And so we chose a path and we set about it. But we're so young. You know, Pudgies, look how far they've gone in such a short space of time. Bored Apes, Doodles, Azuki, everybody. And I think if we look back, if we could transport ourselves to 2021, 22 now and say, what do we want from our NFT projects? And we could see where everybody is now, we'd be amazed. We'd be literally amazed. So just think where we'll be in 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. And unfortunately, the space doesn't always value that or take that into consideration. But well, NFTs are dead. No, they're not. They're huge. The ones that have survived and will make it massive, because not only will they become IPs like in the traditional sense, like you know, the everyday things, Hello Kitty. We've got something that they haven't got. We've got this superpower of Web3 community, and that's why it's important to stay strong. That can amplify anything you do, but also the technology. You know, being able to put chips into things and link that to collectibles, digital collectibles, rip packs, and get rewards. These things are not happening so much in the real world. So it's just a case of time and patience, and just everybody keep grinding away. And tell you, it's going to be big things for some IPs in Web3, I think.
I think it was well. And you said, what are you looking for in NFT? I'm looking for exactly this. I want to see NFT native brands, especially the NFT PFP native brands, doing this. Not pivoting on a dime because your community, you got a few loud vocal whales that want something different, or they want you to go sweep the floor, or floor price. Does it matter? Yes, it does. It should not be the true north or the guiding point for any of these NFT PFP native brands. It's a recipe for failure, in my opinion. I want to see NFT PFP native brands building real businesses, growing an audience outside of crypto Twitter, i.e. Instagram, TikTok, etc., and then shipping real products that, if it's a good real product, something that resonates with that customer base that you've built that is beyond just your holders. Stuff like this, you're tapping into both, where you've got the blind box collectibles, you've got the pack ripping, you're growing, you're looking to grow a real business that's presumably profitable, and growing your revenues and growing your profits while still rewarding, giving access, doing special things for your diehard fans, for your true net promoters, your brand ambassador, your loyalists. Bring them along for the ride. It doesn't mean free magical internet money every month. Oftentimes it's going to mean you'll have the opportunity to support the brand you love, but it's usually not for free. Just like if you want to support your favorite football team, you got to go buy a ticket or buy a jersey. You can't just say, I'm a fan and I bought season tickets in 2021, so I should get free stuff the rest of my life. It doesn't work like that. No business does. And I think a lot of us here got our brains warped by the mania, where seemingly it was every month we were getting some 4 or 5 figure, stimmy that was, that stuff was never sustainable. It's not realistic to expect royalties or non-royalties. Even if royalties still exist, it's just not sustainable. It's just not real. And what we're seeing now is teams go through different distribution channels and grow their base outside of crypto while still giving those earliest brand supporters, those early ambassadors, an opportunity to participate, even if that means spending a little bit of our money to buy something that you might want to use or collect or appreciate. So yeah, much respect. The team is constantly shipping. You haven't really stopped from my perspective. And we'll go grab a pack or two today to support. And maybe let me ask you this. The one thing I wasn't clear on, what is the arcade's cool, 1-of-1 arcade. Someone that mints these packs today is going to win this 1-of-1 Rise of the Hybrids arcade. What is it? Is it a custom game? Is the game I see on the arcade? I got Chimpers, I got Ape Chain, or Ape.
Yeah.
Is it all? Is the game? So is there an on-chain component in this video game? Like, what is the video game itself? Tell us more about Rise of the Hybrids.
Yeah, the arcade machine itself is basically throughout the bear market, one of the things that we did, we created, I think, 8 or 9 Unity games just for fun. and some of them were like cross community, involved different characters from different IPs, and they were just for fun. And we had competitions and leaderboards and give prizes away and things. So one of the things is they've just been stuck there. So we created an arcade machine that includes those 8 or 9 games, but also a games pack of like 5,000 games, all your like retro OG games. And so we've used the arcade machine for events, but also we've done about 3 or 4 now where we've given one as a grand prize in different card drop, and it's always been themed. So this one's themed the artwork to the Otherside drop. But yeah, it's a proper arcade machine that you can have at home, and it'll have Chimpers 8 games on plus 5,000 pack of games. That's the start prize. Shipped anywhere. So yeah, there's a lot of rewards. I mean, one of the cool rewards, it's probably not as valuable, but we just released for Otherside a Chimpy avatar. So it's great, really cool, because it's the first time that the Web 2 characters come into Web 3. And so you can actually play with the Chimpy character in Otherside. So what we're doing is we're doing 3, 4 more characters, and you can get them from this drop. So there'll be whoever wins the leaderboard will get a 1-of-1 Chimpy.
Oh wow!
But created based on their forever PFP. So if it was you, Captain, it'd have your hat on and glasses and spacesuit, but it'd be Chimpy. And so that'll be a 1-of-1, and then we're doing a 1 of 50 for the top 50 on the leaderboard. And then in the packs, there's like a loot box, and that'll come with a rare, ultra rare Chimpy. I think one's got Curtis cap on or something like that. So, but these avatars as well, I've just found out they can be NFTs. So we'll create a collection and actually put these avatars in there so people can trade them as well. So that you'll be able to get these from the Otherside drop as well if you're lucky. Oh no, sorry. Everybody who mints gets one, and it's going to be a pretty cool version of Chimpy.
Yeah, very cool. And so, like, I'd be down for the 1-on-1. How is the leaderboard? How do you rank them? Is it most packs? Like, how do you get that top spot?
Yeah, so the leaderboard, it's exactly that. You get points for how many packs you've got, but also when you rip packs, it's like a scale. For example, for every common you've got, you get 5 points, uncommon 6, rare 7, legendary 8, grail 9, special 10. So you can get based on the number of cards and also the rarity of cards, the number of packs, but also if you get a full set, you get a bonus 100 points. And some people, like on the last leaderboard, one person had 10 full sets. So they got like lots of points extra. So yeah, that's how the leaderboard works. But on the leaderboard itself, obviously, first place gets a Chimpers NFT, $1,000 of Chimpster, another Deed NFT, plus the 1-of-1 custom Otherside avatar. Second place gets Chimpers NFT and $500 Chimpster. But all the top 50 get a commemorative like T-shirt and a rare Chimpy Otherside avatar NFT. So even getting in the top 50 is like really cool. So yeah, we've always just tried to create, like I say, be culturally relevant and have fun experiences in Web3. And what better way to do it than with our partners at Otherside and ApeCoin. So yeah, love it.
And I know I probably sound biased, but of everything, this might be one of my favorite things is the collaboration, is the partnership. We're seeing more and more brands work with Otherside, launch avatars on Otherside. It still has a long way to go. It's still a Herculean effort for them to break out of crypto and Web3. I just saw another post on, I'm gonna pull it up here in a second, on, I think it was Nova, on ApeCoin. A lot of people like bear posting ApeCoin's down, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, here, I'm just going to share this post. We'll talk through it. We'll get back to Chimpers. I promise. It all ties together. Nova, big fan of Nova. Probably nothing in the open page team. He says, been seeing endless posts on why ApeCoin is down. Here's the simplest explanation. There's no killer app yet. A token with no killer app and endless unlocks and no syncs equals only down. Hyperliquid and Pump Fun both launched after they had killer products. Their apps generate real revenue and revenue that buys back and burns their tokens. Otherside could eventually become that killer app, a perpetual ape buying and birding machine, but it's not there yet. It's active. There's people like Machiavelli who are in there quite literally almost every day. 24/7, there's people having fun and playing around in Otherside. It's awesome. It's not a profit center yet. It's got to become a profit center with real revenue that enables them to do buybacks and burns. Goes on to say that don't overthink it. And yes, he's also tired of grown men and women who held and got wrecked threads. You had a chance to exit at any time. That part's on you. No crying in the casino. I do believe Otherside is seemingly becoming the home, the, dare I say, metaverse home of the NFT, PFP, crypto native brands and where they hang out in a digital virtual environment. It's really exciting for me to see this vision of that very first trailer. It's coming to life. It's here. And people are
the
in there.
Prophecy is being fulfilled.
People are in there every day having fun. People are having a blast. And there's really not, I mean, if I'm being honest, there's not a lot to do yet. Not what there's going to be relative to where it's going to look like in a year. It's still so early. And yet the way they're going to get there is not ApeCo and ApeCoin and Yuga alone. The way they get there and accomplish the massive, the big audacious goal is a combined effort. It's not PvP. It's people like Chimpers and this team working with Otherside. And instead of them trying to build out their own digital experience, why would you do that? Work on the avatars, bring them into Otherside. And now we have this real home where it's cross community. It's bringing Web3 together. Much respect. Thanks for doing that. And I think we are beginning to see that, as Machiavelli said, that prophecy come to reality. Go ahead, Sir Joey.
I was just going to say you're absolutely right, and one of the things that I forget sometimes is that most people in the space aren't privy to what I see and what I know and all the chats and meetings, etc. And I can tell you that I'm absolutely bullish as heck on Otherside and everything Bored Apes, Yuga, because they're number one to me. They're number one to me because they're very special to Chimpers, because we wouldn't be here without them because of the Bored Ape Chronicles, etc. But it's not just we owe them a debt. I love Bored Apes because of the culture that they still imbue and still believe in NFTs and Web3, and Otherside is the perfect example. And so where we've done the Chimpy avatar and, the Otherside drop and putting avatars in that and linking gradually, the next step is we've got plot 235 in there. We want to build a dojo in there. We've got our own games being built. And when you talk about monetization, we're not talking about Otherside as a game. Otherside, it will be this overarching thing with a myriad of hundreds, even thousands of Chimpers dojos. And they might be brands, they might be things like that were supposed to come from years ago from other metaverses. But I can see this, and Bored Apes have got the clout, and they're working with a lot of brands. But these things don't happen overnight. We're talking like it's something that's like a 3, 5, 10-year thing. But all it'll be is incremental improvements. And like after Ape Fest, it was magnificent what they put on there, the Bored Apes, and it didn't have any effect on the floor price or even negatively. So what? We can't affect it. No team can affect that with what we're doing, what we're delivering. Only time and receipts and proof will sell. But the one thing that you said there, that's the most vital thing, is that people are in there having a blast and having fun. So if you've got people, that a nucleus of people that are having a blast and having fun, and you can just keep adding to that, you've got something very special. And they've already got something special, and Chimpers are committed to building and working with Bored Apes more. So if we can strengthen that and help and actually onboard people from Web 2 into it, then yeah, that's part of the goal.
I love it. Well, again, I'm not just saying it. I know that I love it. I respect you and the team. I know there's deep roots with the two communities. You still didn't have to do it. There's other ways you could go about it. And it is exciting for me It's not a floor price thing. It's not a my bags thing. It's like, do I care about my other deeds? Yeah, sure. I'm not selling them. By the way, this is the challenge. Go try to buy a rare other deed. There's 100,000 deeds. You can pick up a deed for, I don't know, floor price is probably still around, I'm guessing 0.1 ETH-ish. I don't look. I really, truly don't care. Someone like Machiavelli could probably tell you exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly where it's at, right around there.
Yeah.
It fluctuates from 0.099 all the way to like 0.12 on any given day of the week.
But go try to buy a rare one. Go try to buy one on Board of Club Island. Go try to buy a deed with some artifacts on it.
They're gone, Cap. Everybody who wants them is holding them, and the people that are selling them are not selling them cheap. You're going to pay 40 bands.
Don't take our word for it. Go look. Go try to buy one today and see where the floors are at on some of those. Go just do it as a homework. Go put I want a rare deed. I want to get a deed next to the Chimpers dojo they're going to build. Go see what that actually would cost you, and maybe make some offers, because the listings they're probably going to shock some people. Again, this isn't like the floor price isn't important, but there is, I think the space at large is really sleeping on the collector base on Otherside. It may not be hundreds of thousands of individuals, but there's several thousand, maybe 10,000 ish that are long Otherside. There's also collectors that have like every deed. They have every resource. They like, go try to buy one of Adam Weitzman's deeds.
Adam Weitzman.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck trying to buy any of those. They're off the market. Like, they can invest and collect with decades timelines, not, I need to flip this thing by next week or I'm down bad. Like, Adam's not worried about selling any of his NFTs to make a mortgage payment. I'm certain of that.
Who's Adam, Captain?
What's that?
Who's Adam Weissman?
You're a collector, right?
Adam might be the most prolific collector of NFTs at the moment. Let's do this, Machiavelli. I'm going to go back to you. Ask Joe anything you'd like. I have one other topic, another mint today. Like, holy moly, we've got these Chimpers packs minting. We've also got battle cards minting. We may have an impromptu special guest. If not, I'll at least talk about that here in a second. But it's not lost on me that yesterday I was bashing Magic Eden and their launch pad, because they were like the exclusive launch pad home for Monad, and yet yesterday there was only one thing listed. They must have heard me, or they got they're paying attention now, and we're like, oh, this is the most anticipated chain drop of the year, and we have a lot of these exclusive mints. We probably should talk about them on our launch pad. Yesterday, all they had was Chewy that ended. Now they've got the other ones they are promoting. So really is when's the last day we had 3 hyped mints? We got Wassie's mini on Monad today. There's maybe a few others on Magic Eden. We'll go to OpenSea next. We'll talk about not only the Chimpers we saw, there's one others. So here's the Machiavelli. Asking Joey any questions you'd like. The only caveat is you need to give me at least 60 seconds of airtime, and
I got this because shout out to the Chimpers and the way that they're doing their branding and the way that they're doing their collectibles, and now we're doing a pack crypto stuff, because it doesn't feel like regular NFTs anymore. And I think that the way that we get past all these hurdles, and this is even a feat that Yuga has to get past, is we got to stop selling the coin and the chain. We got to stop, because whenever we're doing that, when we're not just selling the IP and when we're not just selling the product, because they've already reached the status to where this is a Web 2 product now. It's just simply on the tech and the rails that we love. But we got to stop selling the tech and the rails and start selling the products. And I think that Chimpers are doing a good job by that, by like doing the packs, it having to do with everything that's going on. But it's like, it doesn't feel like regular NFTs anymore. It feels like I'm collecting a collectible, like getting the physical stuff like that that's about to go out. Like, it feels like you're getting a regular collectible now. We've kind of transcended the way these products are offered, and we also got to transcend the environment that they're offered from. And I think that that's the next battle that a lot of these companies have. And, that's just my personal opinion and view, but I think that when we stop selling the token and we stop selling the chain, we will get to that next level. Great job, Sir Joey, too. I love what the Chimpers are doing. I can't wait to get my packs today. Yeah,
Hey,
thank
Mac.
you, William Morris. Yeah, go ahead, Joey. Yeah,
You know, I think that was me rambling in there. I was gonna say, Mac, that was awesome presentation, bro. And we love your presence on the other side. I can't wait to see Sir Joey and the and his guys over there, Chimpers, jumping around, doing stuff, creating havoc. I can't wait to see what they got to come. Bring into the game. It does nothing but do like arithmetic does. When you start with 1 and 1, you can't figure out your multiplication if you don't know your addition and subtraction. So it's got to build on itself. And I think Joey and them are building some great foundation, and it's gonna go nowhere but to good places, man. I love it, Joey. I just want to not make this the Joey Glaze off, but definitely want to appreciate you guys for what you're doing over at Chimpers, bro.
Yeah, much
Let
respect.
me get you a napkin, brother.
Mac, I heard the raspy voice stop. I had to sprint back. Coffee was like almost done. Like, oh, I heard.
No,
I
you
heard-
should have screwed back. Oh,
I
I'm
heard
sorry.
like
I was
3
waiting for
seconds
Joey
of
to
silence.
respond, but he didn't. I couldn't hear him. I was like, oh no, did I rug or something?
I heard 3 seconds of silence. So I was like, oh, we lost the rasp. I better run back to the better. So I'm gonna go grab the coffee now that is full. But before I do that, and before I move on to this next mint we're talking about today, I also didn't finish that thought. It wasn't lost on me that I was bashing Magic Eden's Launchpad yesterday, and today OpenSea responds with 2 mints of their own on their Launchpad. This Chimpers packs, the Rise of the Hybrids, goes live in 3 hours and 13 minutes. So if my math's right, that's 1 p.m. Eastern. It's only 49 APE, which is about $13 right now. I'm going to mint a few. I love what they're doing. I'm going to support the team. And maybe I hit a legendary one of one arcade. Joey, is there anything we didn't ask you yet about the Chimpers packs or your Otherside partnership or just anything Chimpers in general? Feel free to share anything appreciate you jumping up as always, impromptu, non-sponsored show today, non-even scheduled guest. Joey's just a real one. And Joey and the Chimpers team really does support us, and it's greatly appreciated. We see you out there in the audience quite often and means the world to us. But yeah, anything that we didn't ask you that you're hoping to share with everyone tuning in today.
Yeah, I don't want to make it an advert, really. I mean, it's just hope people enjoy it and have fun, and starts in about 3 hours time. But there are physical cards as well. So when you get your digital cards, you can actually, for the legendary, Grail, and special, they're free. So you can claim the physicals, and the physicals you can see on the real good quality, come with a stand, etc. And then the other ones you can purchase. I think it's $17.50 or something. But so we're just looking forward to it. But yeah, next week, I think on Monday next week, we will be making some sort of announcement related to Chimpers and ApeCo.
I'm sorry, what day was that?
Yeah, next Monday.
Okay, awesome.
So yeah.
Well, if you guys want, I don't know as if we usually do an ape chain and ApeCo guest on Mondays at 9. Don't think we have any scheduled for Monday. I'm actually, is that December 1st?
Yes.
I may have a guest, but if you guys want, would love to have you back on. And if the timing works for you, if around 9 works, let's maybe get you guys and someone from the ApeCo team to, if you got an announcement, open invite, no obligations. But if that timing works for you guys, would you have to back on?
That'd be great, because I did message them today and say about doing the spaces next Monday.
Let's do it.
So that you might have got the scoop on it, Captain. So we'll be in touch.
I'm gonna send that team a DM right now, or I guess a Telegram DM, same thing.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thanks. Appreciate any kind words, and let's all just stay bullish and have patience on NFTs and all the projects that are been so resilient and made huge progress over the last few years. And it's just going to continue over the next few years. We just need that patience for a bit longer. And in the meantime, let's have fun.
I love it. Let's have some fun. Appreciate you keeping the vibe strong. And I just sent that now. So yeah, we'll make it happen. If you guys are in and you want to come on, we'd love to have you back, talk about whatever the big announcement is Monday. Congratulations on getting the blind boxes shipped, and excited to see this mint today. It's open edition, about $13, 49 ape, and yeah, go get yourself an Otherside avatar. If nothing else, $13 to get you a Chimpy in Otherside. That in itself, even if you're not into collectible cards and you don't hit any Grail items or you're not going to chase the leaderboard, there is for $13 to get an avatar and support a team that's really building. That's easy to justify from my perspective. I did say one other thing. I said non-sponsored post, but before I talk about the one other thing, and I'm looking, I don't know. This is the other mint. They're normally in here every morning, but I don't see them out there right now. They've got a busy morning as well. But before I segue to that, I said non-sponsored show. One thing I will plug that I'm a big fan of, especially for those of you anyone in or near Austin, Texas. It's the best butter on the planet. Lone Star Provisions. Hit up Dillo. And if you like butter that is superfood, we'll say this is a PG show, so we're just going to say it's butter that it's superfood butter, the best butter you've ever had. It just went into the last coffee, not the first or second, but it just went into the current coffee I just made. So thanks for the extra air cover, Machiavelli. Moving on, the other big mint today are our friends. Jashaka is often here. Brand he's building. They've got a mint. I missed the post initially, but Web3 Gaming, they're launching battle cards on OpenSea, double-sided NFTs with hidden in-game powers, real rewards, full AAA fighting game that runs in the browser. Here's what you need to know. Collectible NFTs, beautiful koi artwork on one side, magical powers on the other, premium access, minting unlocks, exclusive value for holders in the universe, enhanced gameplay. You get real rewards, including the stablecoin, NFT prizes, and tournament payouts. Deeper experience, holders get more ways to fight, win, evolve, community first, join the fastest growing community, leading the charge in Web3, opportunity redefined, rarity reveals, growing ecosystem, governance, powerful activation, seasonal competitions, branded arenas, create your own arenas, and bring community to life. In-game IP from Oni One Force, or however you pronounce that, Azuki, and bringing value back to IP in Web3. After the mint, the alpha drops, we've been building something to redefine the future of NFTs, minting exclusively on OpenSea. When I was referencing the OpenSea Launchpad, they've got their Chimpers mint going live at 1, and the battle cards goes live at noon Eastern, it looks like. So 0.02 mint, 10,000 items, and let me go back to this. If you are on allow list, guaranteed allow list, you can get 2. That's a discounted price point of 0.16. Community light list, you can get 5 per wallet. That's also 0.16. And then public is what goes live at 1 p.m. That's 5x. So guaranteed is live now. The community whitelist goes live in an hour about, and then public sale at noon. Good luck. Good luck to all the mentors today. Good luck. Hope you all pull a rare. Good luck to all the teams that are minting. And since I gave them such a hard time yesterday, I do got to give them credit for correcting where they were a little light yesterday. They seemingly do have all of the mints now live. Monadverse is live. Wassy's mints in 3 hours. Chewy minted yesterday. I haven't looked. I heard someone say there was a profitable flip. It was Crocs in the war room said did anyone remember what these Chewy boxes minted for yesterday? Anybody? They're currently trading at almost 1,000 Mon, whatever, however we're pronouncing that. 982. Some decent volume. I think I can't do the math. I like that everything's priced in Monad or Mon, but I don't like it at the same time because my brain doesn't. I can't even tell you what that equates to. Is that like $40 maybe? Not certain. But the other ones, these you have to have allow list or whitelist for the first mint phase. Then public goes live in 4 p.m. Eastern. Price is 2,000 Mon. So finally we got a price that answers the question yesterday. I don't get why it's only 500 more, but if you want to go buy a raffle ticket, you can buy the raffle ticket on the Mint Hub built by the Sappy Seals team. It also is showing already that 5,000 of the 8,888 have already been minted. Not exactly sure. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I don't know, maybe pre-mints, because there was only 200, I think, on the 200 of them on the Mint Hub. Anyways, I'm probably going to go for that if it hits public. I think these might cook. I think it might be the people yesterday were talking about what's the mascot of Monad, what meme coin's going to be the runner. I also think there's a high probability there becomes a flagship NFT. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to have the Hypers level of success that Hyperliquid and some of these other ecosystems have had with their flagship NFT, but I'm a betting man, so I would bet money that Wassies on Monad become the flagship NFT on Monad. You've got Inverse Bro, you've got Monkey Charts, solid team, and they already have a community. They already have it, so it's a additional collection. But so maybe that it goes against it. It's not the first, right? They have others on other chains, but probably worth paying attention to. Here's another one. It's a free mint. It's in stage 1 right now. I don't know how you get eligible, but free mint for those that are on it, and then it goes up to 1100 Monad, which again I think that's around $40. And then another one today is, I thought there was one more today. I think actually the rest look like they're tomorrow. Molendex is live. It's trading at 2,700 Monad. So maybe Molendex becomes the quote unquote flagship NFT on Monad. I'm not really looking.
That wouldn't surprise me, Kat, because the House of Mullendack, I was a part of that TG and stuff like that, and that's like a hardcore group of artists and collaborators and people like pretty much who were the foundation of the community for Monad.
Yeah, I'm not looking to go mint I'm not minting a bunch of NFTs or buying a bunch of NFTs. I do think there's going to be some pockets of opportunity. Most will go to zero. Most won't make it. But I'm going to be selectively looking at, especially if they're free ones. I'm going to mint as many free ones if I can get in, because your risk is your time. But
I love free.
The price points are also fair. Like 1,000 Monad, $40. It's not the worst. 2,000 Monads, $80, give or take. I'm trying to reconcile so many NFT mints during a bear. I'm rooting for them. I do think ecosystems can benefit when things are depressed because people are looking for things to do. What can I be busy? I don't want to trade coins or really NFTs. So what can I do to be busy? Well, you can go play around on the other side. You can go bid some free NFTs and maybe one catches off. You can go explore some new chain. You can go play some bro.fun. We'll do one more of those as we wind out. If anyone has any closing thoughts, final comments, I'm going to see if I can get a winner on bro.fun before we let you out of here. But Sir Joey, really appreciate you joining us today. Looking forward to running it back next Monday. And Machiavelli, Proof of Alpha Degen, Chesby, if you have anything else you wanted to share, I'll show up a hand. I'll go to you before I close it down. But I got Oxy coming up. Let's see. We'll get a quick update on the MegaEth presale. Oxy, did you participate? Were you able to get in? Did it go live?
I wasn't able to get in. No, I did want to make a comment about it though.
Did it go live, or did it already sell out?
Already full deposit. Yeah.
How long did it go live at 9? So was I right? I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was saying that this Polymarket prediction market might resolve 50-50. So I didn't think it went live at 9. Did it go live at 9 or no?
So it didn't. They had some API issues, so it got delayed like probably 40 minutes or so. But as soon as it went live and people could deposit, it like filled up in seconds. So I don't know how the Polymarket's going to be handling that, but you might be right. It might be a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, the people who bet you instantly are down bad because they could have won. But because earlier this morning it wasn't that. So there's people that got it in really good and would have hit on their bet, but because it didn't go live at 9 o'clock, all the markets resolved 50-50. So GG's, that's the game you're playing. Most people that are grinding that stuff, they know it, but bullish. I expected it to fill instantly. I don't care about API issues. Tech is hard. It's very bullish. It filled instantly. It's $250 million, so no joke. I saw somewhere that was going to make about 10 million MegaEth would make about 10 million just on like 4% yield on the 250 million. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'll take it for face value. I saw it on X, so it must be 100% accurate, probably audited by some accountants, kid. But Oxy, go ahead. Yeah, feel free to comment whatever you'd like on the MegaEth pre-sale. Anything else you like to hit on, and then we'll go back to Machiavelli and get you out of here.
Yeah. So you saw that from my post. But yeah, okay. 250 million is about $10 million annually and at 4%. So a lot of people are butthurt that they couldn't get into the pre-sale. If you're truly MegaEth aligned and you're bullish on this ecosystem and you want it to thrive and succeed, be excited that this $250 million was filled up instantly.
Exactly.
Like the fact that this amount of money is willing to lock their money into a future stablecoin on MegaEth. I understand people are probably speculating on different rewards and incentives and things like that.
There's no guarantee. They're doing it without even like everywhere that I know in crypto. Right, you can go on Monad and make 49% on your stables.
Yeah,
people are foregoing that because they're bullish MegaEth and the ecosystem, and they're willing to lock up $250 million with no promises, no guarantees, other than it's going to be considered for rewards. Like with no even APY guarantee on stables and getting $250,000 like that, extremely bullish. Sorry to interject, but yeah, I agree.
No, completely agree. So if 250 million can go like that for this chain and for this stable coin, it just makes me so much more excited for like the future of MegaEth, to be honest with you. Like $10 million APY or like per year in revenue just from the stable coin is really impressive. Once mainnet goes live and people can go and mint USDM to like play around in different DeFi, trade with it, so on and so forth, I think that number is just going to go up drastically. So I don't know. I think this is great for MegaEth. Like, don't be butthurt. I understand why like tech doesn't work all the time, and that's frustrating. But like, if you're truly aligned with MegaEth, this is an exciting thing. And congrats to the team, to be honest.
Absolutely. Yeah, big congrats to the team. Well deserved. And I expected it to feel quickly. I didn't necessarily expect it to feel instantly. They just continue to make good moves. It's just, I'm not saying they're perfect. They're definitely not. But they're moving pre-TGE as good as I've seen any team move pre-TGE since I've been here since January of 21. So I wasn't here for Solana TGE. I wasn't here for AVAX and Chainlink and Binance. I've seen everything that's come since January 21, and I haven't seen anything close to how the MegaEth team is moving, how they're building, not just what they're building, but how they're building. And it's just, I think they're stacking dubs. And right now, by the way, if you were curious, it's moved up in the last day because of the success of Monad. Healthy right now has the forecasted MegaEth FDV at 10 a.m. one day after launch. They have a forecast at 3.7 billion. And that is, so 92% chance it's over $1 billion, 87% chance it's over $2 billion. So all you pre-sellers can rejoice, or at least, rest easy that you're not going to be down. Again, this is 10 a.m. after one day after, not 12 months after, where many people are locked for 12 months. 14% says it's going to be over 5 billion. And 7% says it's going to be over 8 billion. That was 2 yesterday. I'm going to say that again. Yesterday, the chances that MegaEth FDV is at over 8 billion one day after launch was 2%. Today, it's up 5% to 7%. 7% is still a small number, still long odds. The overarching point being a bullish Monad launch is good for other ecosystems, and 250,000 locked in stables at launch when you have a native stablecoin. It's really exciting for the success, the longevity. As Oxy said, it's 10 million a year just off what the team could earn on that, conservative numbers. I'm excited. It's exciting time to be here, exciting time to be building, exciting time to be participating. One last thought on TGEs, and we were talking T's and C's earlier. I was specifically talking T's and C's on language on prediction markets, making sure you're reading how things resolve. It isn't like I'm not taking shots at anyone. I feel bad for all involved. Looks like Steve may or may not have missed it. for everyone on Kinetic is TGEing Thursday, I believe. And you had to click, basically you had to accept terms and conditions to be eligible. If you didn't, it looks like you're out. So like Easy just tweeted, I forgot to sign the Kinetic terms and services in time. Therefore, I'm not getting an airdrop after having nearly 6 figures on the platform. Consistency since launch. I hate that I love this space. Tough. Not, that painful, but I also think it's a time where it's time to lock in, time to start paying attention to this stuff. There's money-making opportunities for those that are active crypto participants. It may not just be free magical internet money dropping out of the air. It's not going to be, you can mint anything and sell it for 20x the next day. There is a lot of TGEs pending, a lot, more than I can ever remember. They're probably not going to drop right now, although if Monad keeps running, if Kinetic is well-received, if MegaEth is well-received, I think you're going to see these other teams get a little more courage and confidence to go ahead and ship, not worrying about where Bitcoin or ETH, or are we chopping, are we in a bear? At the end of the day, I do think that now Raging Bull, is it better for token price at launch? Probably yes. But I think for momentum and long-term success and for the ecosystem, those building the ecosystem for active participants to get our attention, I think it's much more likely they get our attention with this new stuff as opposed to when all the old stuff is just ripping. Machiavelli, take us home, take it wherever you'd like, and then we'll get everyone out of here.
Yeah, just to we will be in the other side today. There's a couple of dope ass bubbles happening. We got Tropical's render pool happening at 1 p.m. EST, and then I'm doing a build lore bubble for all the builders who are building their lore with their characters and adding their mythos and ethos to the other side at 6 p.m. EST. So 2 awesome bubbles today. Come visit us. I think there should be some kind of fix in the swamp. If not, we will be. I mean, there is bubbles in the swamp. If not, if there's bubbles in the other side, we will be in the Nexus as well.
Sweet, man. Good luck with the bubbles today. Getting some love from William in the chat. Says you get it. And I Can't Trade also said Otherside is incredible. That with strategies brings back WAGME. A lot of stuff going on right now. If you're not getting too down on your bags, that you're down 20, 30, 40, 50%, there's a lot of movement, a lot of activity, a lot of things happening. I can't remember the last time we had not 1, not 2, not 3, multiple mints in a day that are worthy of at least talking about. Did they 100x for mint? Probably not.
Noids are still running. That's another thing, man. And like several have sold for like 0.15, 0.2, or 0.02, and then like a lot of the ones are cooking. Like, it's just nice to see an OG collection really cooking. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I'm still holding.
Good, man. Well, good luck. Congrats. It's definitely not as doom and gloom as many would maybe have you think. Certain things are down bad, but there's also things that are, to Machiavelli's point, they're running. There's real momentum. The quality teams, they continue to ship. They're not just taking time off and going and touching grass. I think it's an exciting time to be here. I'm really excited for December. Looking forward to Q1, and appreciate y'all being here. If you missed it earlier, still issues with the carousel, but my pinned post, I'll drop tomorrow's link up there as well. And I need confirmation. I'm not going to say yet, but we may have an extra special guest host on Thursday and Friday. Stay tuned for that. We'll share more tomorrow. Appreciate y'all being here, and Steve would say, hope y'all have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks for tuning into Coffee with Captain, powered by ApeCoin. We hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, nothing we discussed today is financial advice. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.
Welcome to the future.